It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel. The fan.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from San Antonio as the Spurs take it to the hardwood here at the AT&T Center. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris. And we've got time for a... It definitely did, David. He won titles when he played for the Lakers. Now he'll try to bring that winning mindset back to L.A. And this late in the year, a lot of teams have their eyes set on the playoffs, Chris, for the teams that will be in the postseason. What do you try to do to be at your best and peak when the playoffs begin?
To be your best, you must revisit the fundamentals. Most good teams go back to their training camp, and you go back through defensive drills and how to communicate. You start at square one, the ABCs all over, because you understand you have your moves, your shots, your chemistry. Now you just have to make sure you go back, you rehash things, you reset the goal and set the tone for your team, and then let everybody come that way. But usually the good teams get back to the basics before they get to the playoffs.
And now the Lakers starting group, the lengthy pair of KCP and Ingram on the wing. Ivica Zubac is out there with Julius Randle, and it's Ball in at the one. Picked by Randle, puts up a three. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. It's Aldridge penetrating.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Ingram kicks to Zubac. To the paint. Here's Randle, and it's sent back by Aldridge. Parker outside. The kick out to Aldridge. Down low. It's tipped. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the long arms that Gasol has is what allows him to drop dunks on defenders. What a powerful force close to the rim.
Now here's Ingram. He's covered by Leonard. And he overshot that one, missing. For San Antonio, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul called on the Los Angeles Lakers. And Kawhi Leonard, the only player other than Michael Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon to be an all-star starter. Greg win the Defensive Player of the Year and win a Finals MVP award.
And, Kevin, I think it's fair to say that's some lofty company to be in. You know, you're worried with the retirement of Tim Duncan. Would the Spurs go through a lull? And they found another two-way superstar to kind of build their team around, much in the same in terms of mannerisms as a Tim Duncan.
Randle with the bucket.
Okay, that's some good judgment right there by Randle. He knew he had just enough space to get off the shot.
We've seen a quick start here for the Spurs. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
No, but I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Fires it up. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
And that unpredictable nature of Ginobili, it can be frustrating for the defense, especially when he's cutting them to pieces with his passing.
Randle kicks to Caldwell Pope. Sinks the three-pointer.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Ginobili against Caldwell Pope. Parker kicks to Leonard. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Some tough D in the paint, getting between him and the bucket and stopping the easy deuce.
Passes it to Randle, 13 feet away. No good on that one. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Ginobili attacking. Yep, that one goes in there.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Lakers trail by 7. Here's the screen. Ball kicks to Zubac. Here's Caldwell Pope. Rebound. Kawhi Leonard.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Now here's Ennis, guarded closely. Here's Clarkson. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And how about the 46th pick back in the 14 draft? Jordan Clarkson has certainly exceeded expectations thus far in his career. An athletic combo guard, he's really succeeded playing at both the 1 and 2.
Former first-team All-Rookie after being picked in the second round. Clarkson, a draft day steal.
Shot's good by Laverne.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. Yeah, you see it now on the scoreboard.
Yeah, particularly on offense, where they've been completely in sync. Terrific first quarter.
The pass to Kuzma. It's good. The assist that time from Ennis. Kuzma's got his first basket of the night. And Greg, Jordan Clarkson, he has an offensive game, doesn't he?
He's able to shoot with range, and he can attack off the bounce as well. I think that enables him to kind of play on or off the ball. And I think he has a chance to be a really good two-way player in our league.
That's his second foul, and now they might really go at him. I mean, try to get a third foul and force him to sit on the bench.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
First one falls for him. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Spurs leading by 9. Green inside. He's covered by Clarkson, and Mills kicks to Anderson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Really a resounding loss the last time they matched up. They got absolutely manhandled on the boards.
It was all the things we always talk about. I mean, blocking out, giving the extra effort, basic stuff that they were just unwilling to do. And they got killed for it.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And we return. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, Mills teams up with Green in the backcourt. Anderson is out there with Laverne. And it's Bertans in at the 3. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, the Spurs' Greg Popovich talked about developing players. He said, our method is usually tough love. I don't think coddling works, and beating them to death mentally doesn't work either. You give them a clear picture of what's demanded, show care, understand what makes them tick. If that doesn't get through, you get rid of them. Kevin?
And the military background of Popovich plays a part in this way of thinking, David. It's why the Spurs have been so successful for so many years. And Chris, the team you spent the most time with in your career, the Sacramento Kings, what was it like playing in a smaller market? And do you think that's changed for star players today?
You know, I love playing for the city of Sacramento and the fans. Because we were a small market, I think we had some of the most passionate fans that I've ever seen in the NBA. but it was also tough, especially playing on the West Coast. You're the second of the late game on the East Coast. Many people don't see you. You don't have necessarily the support of everyone else because you're not in the largest city. So it definitely could be tough. But when you're playing a team like the Lakers or you're playing other Goliaths, you love it and you embrace that small David type aspect. And so I do think it's changed because of social media. I do think it's changed because of the internet and specifically the apps that you can now go into the locker room before and after the game. You can get a guy's thoughts right after he made a big shot or missed a big shot. And so I think if we would have had those tools, maybe it'll be different. But I think now definitely it really doesn't matter what market you play in. I mean, we were a small market at that time, but look, since it's been the OKCs and other teams that kind of have made everybody excited about basketball. So I don't think market plays that big of a part as far as your exposure and how much fans get to see you anymore.
Good overview. Gay passes to Murray. Here's Laverne. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Pau Gasol has checked in for Laverne. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Bertans, and Parker subbed in for Green.
Yeah, how about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Aldridge's shot is good. Aldridge has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Continuing to push the action and build this lead.
And you see he's not worried about what's on the scoreboard. He just wants to go ham each possession.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Oh, he's not happy to pick up a 2nd foul. This early in the game, he's got to be careful now.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Hart. And the call will be against Tony Parker. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the 2nd quarter. A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Lakers.
And really, there's just such a lack of scoring for them from out at the top of the arc in terms of three-point range. And in today's game, you have to get scoring from the three-point range. And that area out above the free throw line extended is a real weak spot for them so far.
Pass to Zubac. It's Ingram on the wing. Wants to get it to Zubac, and does. Basket good.
A meteoric ascent for Luke Walton. 2 years before signing as coach for the Lakers, he was a part-time assistant with their development team. Now the youngest head coach in the league. He's almost 2 years younger than Kobe Bryant.
Up again. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Parker outside. Spurs passing it around. Gasol's in the post. Zubac defending. Misses from close range. Talk about compiling your coaching resume in a hurry. Luke Walton in his first year as an assistant wins a title. And in year 2 as interim head coach leads the Warriors to the best start in league history.
Well, it's all about timing and grace. A 24-0 start. With Walton at the helm, they went 39-4. It catapulted him to the front of the line among head coaching candidates.
Lakers trail by 16. Ball kicks to Zubac. He dishes it to Ball. They set the screen. Inside. Here's Zubac, and it comes off the front of the rim. The Spurs have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the 2nd quarter. Really flowing here. Kicks it to Aldridge. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Oh, and Gay is a man of many talents, a sharp passer who puts the team above all else.
Pass to Zubac. And Gasol comes to help. In the corner, it's Ingram. No good with the triple. Spurs leading by 18. Gay drives in. Banked in off the glass. Gay's got 6 points in the quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. He's covered by Murray. There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. The dish to ball. Lets the three fly. It doesn't go for him. And so it's San Antonio controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous. And
thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. It was all about San Antonio as the game got going. They launched into a 6-0 run with an impressive effort on both ends of the floor. They were able to string together a nice set of offensive plays to finish the quarter, making their last 4 shots. Then in quarter number 2, and that will wrap.
We come back to San Antonio now with a look at the world-famous. Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Caldwell Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. Ivica Zubac is out there with Julius Randle. And it's Ball in at the point guard.
And the versatility of Caldwell Pope, not just the score from outside, but also a threat to shoot the ball close to the hoop as well. And when he gets his points within the flow of the offense, that efficiency has helped them build this lead.
And the Lakers have picked second in the draft now for 3 consecutive years. Out of all the players they've acquired, Chris, who do you think has the chance to be the best, Ingram or Ball?
Well, I definitely like Ingram. I think his upside, his potential, his athletic ability. He's wiry. They played him a little at point last year. His rookie season wasn't dominant, but that doesn't mean anything. I really like his game. But I really like Alonzo Ball. I think he brings that talent and leadership. I think he has the talent to become that franchise player. Forget what I think. Magic thinks that.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. The Spurs making a switch here. Burns checked in. And the Lakers call time here. Well, so many teams rely on the pick and roll and run it with big men. Chris, which big man do you feel does a great job of running the pick and roll right now?
Well, I think you have to go up there to Lob City and you have to look at Blake Griffin, the way that he can handle, stop and pop, knock the shot down. But also, if you go for a pump fake, you will get dunked on with him flying down that lane. Anthony Davis, the fact that Davis can step back, hit that jump shot, but also attack the basket. He's another one that can do it. And then Tristan Thompson, when he has it rolling and he gets that ball from the middle off of a LeBron pick and roll, he's great at finding the shooters, Kevin Love, or another shooter in the corner, but also he'll dunk on you with the best of them. So those 3 guys come to mind when they talk about finishing strong on the pick and roll.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Davis Bertans comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Parker. Hart, he's checked in for the Lakers. Tyler Ennis comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
No, Clarkson loves to drive, but he's also improving from distance.
Here's Laverne. Misses from short range.
Wow, that's their first shot of the half that hasn't found a mark. It's been a good start for them.
And Laverne gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Danny Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Passes it to Hart. And that's a foul called on Davis Bertans. That is his first foul of the game. Now Clarkson, he has 6. And there's the pass to Kuzma. Off target from 3-point range. Here's Bertans. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Bertans got his second bucket of the night.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Ennis in the corner, tries a 3. Here's Nance. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Now look at that. That's just a great all-around play. Getting into position for the offensive rebound, finishing strong on the putback.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80. He's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And that replay sponsored by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment, giving us an excellent perspective on the play. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game. Here's Ennis. But they get it back. Second chance shot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Let's take a look at the teams that have done a great job of converting turnovers into points since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Spurs. The Lakers second.
Both of these teams love to feast off turnovers, and we've really seen since the midseason they've taken that aspect to a whole new level.
And the Lakers making a change here. Brewers checked in. And you look at today's players, they have so many more ways to connect with their fans. But Chris, at times, do you think that that creates added pressure for the players?
Every player has pressure. I don't know about added pressure, but I do think it's a different time with social media, and you can hear everyone's opinion. So I think that you need to focus more if you're an athlete, but I don't think it adds more pressure. Because whether or not someone can type it or say it in your face or boo you at a game, you know, you're going to hear those words.
Anderson, he's checked in for Bertans. Zubac is checked in for the Lakers. Timeout called the Lakers.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
And some changes here for the Lakers. Julius Randle comes in for Nance, and Ball subbed in for Tyler Ennis. Clarkson kicks to Ball. Stolen. And a fast break now for the Spurs. The shot's good from Forbes.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy points.
And the Lakers with another miss.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
The Lakers shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. To the paint, here's Ball. Makes it off the glass.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting his shot off close to the basket.
Feeds it to Forbes. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Gasol with it. 6 points for him. And then Gasol slams it in.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Ball. 1 second left, and that one is good from Zubac.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
That's how we've played all year. Right there, that's how we played at both ends of the court.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's Ball. Skill tandem of Leonard and Aldridge at the 3 and the 4. The timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. And it's Gasol and at the 5 down low. That's the San Antonio 5. And that one's good. Parker.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Lakers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Nailed from three-point land.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And here's Los Angeles. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. The feed the ball. Fires from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on Shooter.
Aldridge misses.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Spurs leading by 20. Ginobili kicks to Aldridge. Second chance shot. And Aldridge slams it in.
And now this game is becoming a showcase for Aldridge. He's been out of control. A one-man team. Now it's just a matter of getting him the ball and getting out of his way.
And Chris, we know you are always trying to connect with our fans over social media. We have a question for you sent in by a viewer who asks, Chris, if you weren't a basketball player, what other profession do you think you may have pursued?
Wow. Well, I used to want to be a wrestler and and other guys like that. But no, my mother was a teacher, and I always was with her in school. And I think, you know, I love kids and hanging around kids, so it would definitely be something where I'm instructing kids. I don't know if it would be school or if it would be a gym teacher or if it would be working with kids in some type of way. But I definitely would want to work with kids.
I can see you as a teacher. Like if you were a wrestler, like what would your name be? Like would you be like the Flash?
Yeah. Oh man,
like, what name
it
would
was
you
some
have
terrible
had?
names back there. Junkyard Dog, Coco Beware, Ultimate Warrior, Superfly Snooker. I know I gave my name back. I gave myself a name back in there. I don't know. I'd have to figure out first what my persona was. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I don't know. I have to think about that one. But I'm too skinny, man. I got broken up in that ring. I know that for sure. So I think I made the right decision.
Nancy's checked in for Julius Randle.
And Ingram isn't just a sensational scorer. He can also dish the rock. Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Now, here's ball. Covered by Parker. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Ginobili attacking. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his third assist on the night.
And Ginobili, he's like a whirling dervish when he's driving inside. Just kind of glides his way to the basket.
Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got 4 this quarter. San Antonio leading by 23. Here's Parker. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Nance. Both teams will make substitutions. The Spurs have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. Laverne down low. Nance on him. Shots good by Laverne.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Spurs.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Aldridge.
He was too much for them to deal with tonight. Plain and simple. They tried all sorts of ways to contain him, and nothing worked.
Now here's Ennis. Tight defense on him. Can't hit from 12.
I think he lets the D get to him there, and he rushes it. I mean, he has plenty of space there if he just takes his time.
To the middle. Here's Kuzma. That shot is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Gay. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, that's the explosiveness of Gay on his drive. It's almost impossible to contain a real powerful finisher around the rim who forces defenders to get rough with him.
And he makes the first. Rudy Gay hits them both.
And when it comes to athletic small forwards, Gay is the cream of the crop. An aggressive player whose reach really helps him on both offense and defense.
And here's Ennis. Here's the screen. Here's Nance. Sinks that one from the post.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
Here's Murray. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for...